General Hospital, GH, spoilers note that Dex Heller, even Hofer, finally opened up to Jocelyn Jacks, Eden McCoy, about his past recently. He hasn't talked much about his childhood, so his story about his cheating father offered a bit of insight into how he grew up, why he's not overly fond of the holidays, and why he had some daddy issues. Still, was it a sad story, or is Heller a bit of a hypocrite? EGA spoilers imply that, unlike his brothers, Dex was completely disgusted by his dad's repeated affairs while married to his mom. Still, Dex and Joss didn't exactly have the ideal courtship. She was with Cameron Weber, William Lipton, when she met him. And while Miss Jacks technically did the cheating, Heller didn't exactly insist on her breaking up with Cam before they did the deed and continued with their romance. In fact, it didn't even faze him that she cheated on Cam to be with him. Yates fans on social media have been ripping apart Dex and his sob story, considering how he and Joss hooked up. Speaking of GH, Dex, and fans on social media, there's been a major buzz that Mr. Brennan, Charles Mazur, could be Heller's dad. Now that viewers are aware Dex did know and have a relationship with his father, Brennan could fit the bill of Heller's dad. After all, he's been adding the charm on thick when it comes to Carly Spencer, Laura Wright, and knowing that she has a boyfriend will likely not have him back down. Dex did say his father would flirt with other women in front of his mom at parties, so there's a very good chance that online speculation that Brennan is Dex's dad could be true. Only time will tell. Is Dex Heller a hypocrite for complaining about his cheating dad when he was part of a cheating scandal himself? Comment below. Watch your favorite ABC soap daily to see what happens next and visit GHT regularly for the best General Hospital news, updates, and spoilers. Port Charles has no shortage of complicated backstories, murky motives, and characters walking a fine line between redemption and ruin. But lately, one name keeps popping up in conversations, and it's not because of his romantic escapades or mob ties. It's Dex Heller, and his sudden, emotional confessions about his past are raising more questions than answers. With new spoilers teasing a gut-wrenching father reveal, fans are left wondering. Let's dig into what we know, what we suspect, and why this storyline could either elevate Dex as a tragic anti-hero or expose him as a manipulator in disguise. In a recent tearful scene, Dex opened up to Jocelyn about his deeply fractured relationship with his father. For months, Dex's past was shrouded in mystery. Sure, viewers knew he was once a soldier, and yes, he got tangled up with Michael Corinthos in a revenge scheme against Sonny. But that was just scratching the surface. Now, according to early May spoilers, Dex reveals that his father was not only abusive, but played a major role in shaping his worldview and his tendency to seek out chaos. The confession comes out during an unexpected moment of vulnerability, with Dex describing nights where he feared for his life, a mother who looked the other way, and a cycle of violence that nearly consumed him. His admission leaves Jocelyn shaken and emotional. She sees him in a new light. But is that what Dex wanted? Let's be honest. In Port Charles, no one ever drops a backstory bombshell for no reason, and Dex's sob story is no exception. His revelation about his father's abuse comes just as he's under increasing scrutiny for his past actions, especially regarding his involvement with Sonny's organization. With the feds sniffing around, Carly giving him side-eye, and even Michael backing off, it feels a little too convenient that Dex suddenly becomes the broken boy with daddy issues. Some fans suspect this is more than a cathartic reveal, it's strategy. Is Dex trying to manipulate those around him into seeing him as a victim so he can avoid paying the price for his double dealing? After all, he played both sides for months. Sonny trusted him, Michael used him, and Jocelyn fell for him. Now that the walls are closing in, is the tear-streaked confession just a ploy? Still, we can't ignore the emotional truth that might lie beneath the surface. If Dex really did grow up in a household filled with fear and violence, his erratic, loyal-to-a-fault behavior makes a tragic kind of sense. He might not be lying. He might simply be a product of his environment, trapped in a cycle he can't escape. GA spoilers tease that Sonny will confront Dex soon, questioning his loyalty yet again. And in a twist no one saw coming, Sonny may see himself in Dex. After all, Sonny knows all too well what it's like to grow up with a volatile, abusive father. Could Sonny show Dex the same mercy that Mike never gave him? Or will Dex's story be seen as yet another excuse? There's also the matter of Dex's moral compass, or lack thereof. For someone who claims to despise violence because of his father, Dex sure has a knack for getting his hands dirty. Let's not forget, he willingly joined Sonny's organization, got blood on his hands, and didn't seem too bothered when things got messy. He was in deep, earning trust, carrying out hits, and helping move Sonny's criminal empire forward. And even after his deal with Michael soured, Dex kept playing the game. So, how can he now claim that he's morally torn because of his upbringing? This is where fans are divided. Some viewers believe Dex is a walking contradiction, quick to claim trauma when it suits him, but perfectly comfortable inflicting trauma on others. Others argue that trauma manifests in messy, imperfect ways, and Dex is just a flawed man doing his best. Jocelyn has been fiercely protective of Dex, often clashing with her family over their disdain for him. But is her loyalty blinding her to who he really is? GA spoilers suggest that Jocelyn may soon stumble across a detail in Dex's story that doesn't quite add up, possibly a time discrepancy or a hidden connection to someone else in Port Charles' darker corners. Could Dex's father still be alive? Or even worse, could Dex be hiding the truth about what happened to him? There are whispers that Dex may have crossed a line in his youth and that his sob story may leave out a key piece of the puzzle. Did Dex fight back? Did he take revenge? Is there more blood on his hands than he's letting on? Dex's past might not just explain his behavior. It might point to a much bigger, darker destiny. Some fans speculate that Dex is being groomed to take over Sonny's organization in the long run. But to do that, he has to shed the soldier role and step fully into the spotlight. And what better way to gain sympathy, trust, and legitimacy than to paint himself as a survivor? If Dex truly becomes the new mob prince of Port Charles, his origin story will matter. Whether he's a victim of abuse trying to break the cycle or a hypocrite using trauma to gain power, this storyline could shake the next phase of GA's criminal underworld. So, what are we left with? Dex Heller is a man caught between two worlds, the world he grew up in and the one he chose. His sob story is painful and raw, yes, but it also comes with red flags, missing details, and perfect timing. Until the truth comes out, fans will have to wrestle with a tough question. Is Dex Heller a survivor of unspeakable trauma, doing his best in a broken world, or is he a hypocrite, using his pain to justify his worst decisions? One thing's for sure, General Hospital is just getting started with this twisty tale, and Dex's past could be the key to his future, or his complete downfall. Stay tuned, Port Charles fans. This one's going to get messy.